What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Alright, we're going back to Days of the New. Yes, indeed. Days of the New fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to do all the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-boobidi-bop, do me a favor. Before you start doing that, watch the whole video first. Give me a chance to earn those clicks and those likes, okay? Now, after the video's done, if you feel like doing all those clicks and likes at the end, by all means, feel free to click away. This is a request from Mass Attack 27, and this is actually one of Mass Attack's 3 prioritized requests for the month of August for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, Mass Attack. I hope you enjoy the show, man. Mass Attack wanted to see me react to this song by Days of the New called Weapon and the Wound. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by, oh boy, Espaco Musicas Gospel, okay? And the video has 370,250 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Weapon and the Wound. That's all I got, but we do have Days of the New here, so I'm pretty sure we're in the right place. Look, this is the link Mass Attack gave me, so I gotta go with it. But this looks legit. This looks legit. I guess we'll find out. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
I already like the groove.
So long to make this. Life I lead is getting through to me. Oh, I won't take this.
Ooh, yeah.
Took so long to get rid of this. Anything is everything to me. Wanna stay.
I can't even hide it. I'm digging the hell out of this song. I am absolutely digging the hell out of this song. I love the groove. I love the groove on this. That backbeat feel. Do ba do do ba do ba do do ba. Yeah, man, I am absolutely digging that. Dear Lord, they are laying back on that snare so much. It's almost dragging. almost, but not quite. It feels so good. The guitar, that acoustic guitar sound, nice twangy, but full sounding guitar. Digging that. The vocals on this. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm hearing the bass, I'm hearing the drums, I'm hearing the guitar, I'm hearing the other instruments that I'm hearing. Listen, I'm getting all of that, okay? The vocals on this. Those harmonies. Oh my God, those harmonies. And it's lower harmonies too. I think that's what's doing it for me more than anything else, is the fact that those harmonies are all being done in a lower register, and it sounds so good. There's a band I use. Well, there was a band I used to play with. Now, I'm not saying I was a member of that band or I ever played actually with them on stage at the same time. I was in a band that played a lot of the same shows and a lot of the same venues as they did. We found ourselves, not even by design, it was purely by coincidence, but we found ourselves playing with each other constantly for about a period of about a year and a half to 2 years. There was a band called Alternate Sound of Life. Now, I know you guys have never heard of this band. I guarantee you, I don't think they ever released an album. They recorded an EP, but they were never picked up by a major label. They were never picked up by any label for that matter. They did everything themselves. They were completely indie. But this song reminds me a lot of Alternate Sounds of Life. They were also known as ASL. And for those of you from back in the day, like the AOL days, you remember what ASL stood for, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about. No, they were called Alternate Sound of Life, and they were also known as ASL, and they had amazing vocal harmonies too. They did it in a very special way. I'm not going to go into detail. It doesn't matter, but their vocal harmonies sound very similar in style to these vocal harmonies that we're listening to right now. And I am absolutely here for that all day long. So yeah, I am digging the hell out of this song. Let's keep it going, shall we?
I want you to know me. It's a stare that beats me. It's all a dream, no guessing what it seems. Words I can't miss. It's a song that sings you. Missing friends, tomorrow is the end. What I stay.
Down, another rapid decrescendo. That was nice. I like how they're doing that to end their phrases of the choruses. They're ending their choruses like that each time, and it's good. It adds symmetry. It's dependent. You could depend on that happening. It's been established now on the second chorus that they're going to do that every time. Great. I love that. Still digging those vocals, man. I'm digging the vocals on this. I have absolutely no idea what they're singing about. I don't understand a word of what they're saying. Like I've said so many times on this channel, I do not interpret lyrics. I don't. I wish I could. I wish I had the ability that so many other people have where they could hear a song, hear the lyrics, comprehend them, and understand them. I just can't. I can't. I am so focused on the musical aspects that lyrics just go right over my head. But what I'm hearing notationally in the lyrics and in the tone that what they're of their voicings, it sounds so good, man. So good. I like the bass player's approach with his the notes he's playing. They're separated. They are separate, but they're not staccato. It's not like bop, 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 bop. It's not that. They're legato notes, but they're definitely cut off each time. You got that bop, 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 bop. You have that, and it's more of a full approach. You don't end up with this hollow sounding gap. You know what I mean? The approach that the bass player is doing is really nice. I dig that. It's simple. It's ridiculously simple. It's literally root notes on the quarter notes. You know, come on now. It doesn't look. The only way it could get easier is if it was doing like half notes or whole notes. That's the only way it could possibly be easier. But what he is doing is effective, and it fits the song perfectly. I have no complaints. No complaints. I have no complaints about this entire song at all. I'm sitting here looking at the song going, is there anything I could really complain about? Honestly, no. There isn't. I'm digging it. I'm absolutely digging it. Let's keep going here.
All right.
That clarinet. Yes, it is.
Oh, anything is everything to me. Oh, anything
Bringing in
is
clarinet. How cool
everything
is that?
to me. Running after you, I don't know where you are, and I can't seem to get you. I want you to know me. Running after you,
Strings are a nice addition.
where you are, and I can't seem to get you. I want you to know me. Yeah, don't know where you are. I want you to know me.
Now we're going into this like instrumental breakdown, which is great. The addition of the other voicings, the strings, the clarinet, all the orchestrational voicings being added in here. I like it. I like the placement. I like the fact they didn't jump the gun and put them in too early. They left it towards the end of the song. Smart, very smart arranging. Now, are those instruments real instruments, or were they added in post in the mix using Pro Tools? I'm willing to bet Pro Tools. I'm willing to bet. Listen, you'd be amazed that the sound banks and the patches that are available on Pro Tools, they sound so real now. It's amazing how real those digital patches can be. I mean, they're all digital, but I kid you not, it'll get to the point, it's gotten to the point where you really can't tell the difference. They even are starting to add like breath sounds into these patches. It's amazing how they do it. I would say for cost effectiveness and for time, they probably did it in post using Pro Tools. So like the clarinet, the strings, the cello line, all those orchestrational instruments, I believe they are more than likely Pro Tooled. Listen, There is absolutely nothing wrong with that, okay? I'm not criticizing that whatsoever. It's smart. It's a lot smarter, and I hate to say this, it's a lot smarter than going out and hiring a bunch of professional musicians to come in with, you know, them asking for anywhere from $500 to $5,000 for the recording. And yes, there are musicians who ask for that much. I think that's okay. 500, yeah, sure. That's about what I asked for. I could see that. 1,000, yeah, okay, maybe depending on if that's your day rate. Yeah, sure, why not? Anything more than that, I mean, look, there's going to be guys and gals out there with a name, you know, and they're going to be famous, or whatever, and they're going to ask for what they feel they're worth, and that's fine. But, you know, 5,000 for a day. Oh my God. I remember when we were looking for a drummer to do some filming with, and we asked him what, we weren't even really asking him to play anything in particular. We were asking, it was for a music video, for crying out loud. And he said his day rate was $5,000. And I'm sitting there going, are you serious? $5,000? For what? Your name? Yeah, for his name. Personally, I didn't even want him. I wasn't even that big a fan of his drumming. I was like, I mean, he's a good drummer, but I don't think he's $5,000 a day worth, you know, that good. I don't think he's that good to be offering that, but his name, famous name. So yeah, I guess. Anyway, I love the orchestrations. I love the voicings. I love the layering. I love everything about this song, man. This song is doing it for me. It really is. I am absolutely digging the song. Let's finish this out and we'll get to the review. Staggered exit. And now they're gonna, okay. They're gonna naturally fade out. Okay. Good ending. Good ending. That's actually, to be honest with you, that's kind of the ending I was hoping for. I didn't want to be just, you know, your typical fade where you fade the volume out slowly. You end up with like a 12 to 15 second long fade out. No, I'm glad they didn't do that. That was more what I was hoping for. Staggered voicing exit, you know, stagger the exits, you know, take out the one voice, then take out the next, then take out the next, then take out the next until you're literally left with like bare bones. You know, that was very similar. It was very similar. I heard a couple of voices drop out and then they ended. That was nice. Good ending. Oh boy. I have mixed feelings about this. There's my personal feelings, and then there is my objective feelings about this. It's gonna be tough. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Days of the New with Weapon and the Wound. This was a request from Mass Attack 27. And this was actually one of Mass Attack's 3 prioritized requests for the month of August for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Mass Attack. I hope you enjoyed the show, man. I have a score here, and when I give the score, I am gonna raise some eyebrows, and I'm gonna have a lot of people asking questions. And I promise you, if you listen to my explanation, it's gonna make sense. I guarantee you, okay? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.7. Yep, 7.7. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, I want to start this off by first saying I loved this song. I did. I loved everything about this song. I loved the feel. I loved the groove on this. That backbeat feel. Just nice. Just seriously. Kick, snare. Kick, snare. Kick, snare. Kick, snare. You know, it just, that whole feeling of that backbeat and really pulling back on the snare almost to the point of it dragging. Man, that felt good. Good Lord, that felt good. The groove on this song was absolutely solid. I love the approach on the bass, having, you know, that separated but yet legato note placement. I can absolutely appreciate that. Sounded really good. I love the tone he had too. Nice, full, rich tone. Loved everything the bass player was doing. Guitars fit this song like a glove. Having that acoustic, twangy yet full bottom end acoustic guitar sound. Loved it. Loved it. It absolutely fit the context of the song. It definitely fit the mood and tone of the song without question. The addition of those other voicings, I was so glad they added them in. I am. It did add to the score. Now, whether those are real instruments or not, I'm not 100% sure. I gotta be honest with you folks. The way that Pro Tools is now with the sound banks and the library, and I'm not kidding when I say this, it is a extensive library of voice patches and voice banks that you can get for Pro Tools now, and they all sound top notch. They're now doing things like adding breath sounds to woodwind instruments and brass instruments. It's amazing to hear. Now, could those have been real instruments? I don't know. It's possible. It is very possible, depending on how much the band, or in this case, maybe the record label would have been willing to put out the contract, you know, professional musicians to come in, pay their day rate, and have them come in and do that, you know, spend a couple hours recording their parts and call it a day. It's very possible that those were real instruments. For the sake of time management and keeping costs down, I'm going to say it was done in post in Pro Tools. Just to keep the cost down more than anything else, and for time management. Now, does it really matter at the end of the day? Not really. Here's what really matters. Were the voicings there? And did they sound good? Yes and yes. They were and yes to both. And that's ultimately all that really matters. So I give the band all the credit in the world for having those voices there. Whether they were done in Pro Tools or done with real musicians, they were there. So there's that. I think the biggest selling point for me, besides the feel of and the groove of the song, was the vocals. Man, I know you guys have never heard of this band, Alternate Sound of Life. I can guarantee you not one of you has ever heard of this band. They don't exist anymore. They broke up a long time ago. But I really, more than anything about Alternate Sound of Life, I loved their vocals. And the way they did the vocals, I'm not going to get into it. Look, if you guys want me to do like a Q&A video on that, I'll be more than happy to go into detail as to how they did their vocals. Let's just say the way that they did their vocals and their harmonies are not typical, okay? Especially in a live setting. But I got the opportunity to play with these guys, not directly with them, but I was in a band that we would end up, you know, riding each other's coattails for a long time. And I had the opportunity to see them play as a direct result of that several times. And I loved watching them perform, man. I did. And the main reason I dug their music was because of their vocals. Their harmonies were, woo! I get chills to this day just thinking about them. Do not ask me what they were singing about. Do not ask me what the vocals were about. I have absolutely no clue. But man, the way they would construct their harmonies and their counter melodies, oh man. And their inversions, oh good Lord, it was always so good to listen to. Anyway, I was getting some serious flashbacks to Alternate Sound of Life listening to this song, and it gave me really good feelings. I love this song. I don't have a single complaint about this song. Having said all that, I'm sure a lot of people right now are scratching their heads going, if that's the case, why the 7.7? To be honest with you guys, this song was not impressive in any way, shape, or form. It really wasn't. If you look at the song structure, if you look at the way the song was written, if you look at the chordal structure, look at the chordal flow, look at the time signature, look at the voicings, look at what they were actually playing. Was anything in there complex? Was anything in there mind-blowing? Was anything in there even great? Not really. Not impressive, not mind-blowing. I can't even bring myself to say it was great. On a personal level, personally, I love the song. I'm gonna go back and listen to the song again. I can guarantee you that. But I cannot bring myself to even put this up in the 8.8s if I'm being honest, guys. I just can't. Or in the 8.0s even. I just cannot bring myself to do that. As much as I want to, I just can't do it. I love the song. Don't get me wrong. And Mass Attack, I know how you are, man, and I know you get it. I know you get it. And I know you have absolutely no problem with what I'm saying because you're more about me whether I like the song or not. You can honestly care less about the score, and I totally get that. So I know this isn't gonna bother you, but I know there are probably Days of the New fans out there who are wondering and scratching their heads. Guys, gals, I promise you, I love this song, okay? I am going to listen to this again several times. I don't know if it'll make it on a playlist, but I guarantee you I'm gonna listen to this a lot. This is a great song. I just can't see myself driving around town with this. I might fall asleep. It's kind of relaxing, actually, if you ask me. It's kind of a relaxing tune, so it would be dangerous for me to drive and do this song, especially with my insomnia. But you know what I might try to do? I might try to use the song to help me fall asleep. This song might help me relax. But I just, there's nothing there that I could really say was great other than the vocals. You know, the vocals I thought were great. Everything else was just really good. And there's nothing wrong with really good. That's why it's getting a 7.7. It is, in my opinion, a really good song. Personally, I love it. Objectively, it's really good. So that's how I'm coming up with the 7.7, and that is where we're gonna stay. So, 7.7, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.